stupid cutscene I have to deal with. But, okay, well, sign into chat. Oh my god, whatever. Let me just do full screen. It wants me to sign into chat, but I doubt many people will chat, even when they see us. Anyway, Nightmarch, sponsored survival. So basically, this is PvE mode. I think some individual players may come in at some point, but it's all very PvE focused. So it should be pretty good.
Okay. I'll try that out.
I have not played this game since launch weekend when I got my butt handed to me, so I don't really know much more than you do about playing this game. But,
okay. Yeah, I played about an hour. I played the tutorial, and then I played, like, the contract that you get after that.
Yeah, that was the same
like
for me.
2 runs, basically.
I think I did 1, so you're more experienced with this game than me, and you're playing for free. So, okay. Let me think about the shells. Assassin.
It's always
Sounds
calm
good.
before the storm.
That sounds good.
Yeah, the second run I did, I tried the Vandal. I liked that one.
Okay, well, at least you're able to try this game at all, because holy crap, the free trial just melted down that first day.
Oh, really? Yeah,
well,
I didn't hear anything about that.
So basically, people were encountering weasel errors all over the place, and actually, the free trial on Xbox didn't work for like a whole day. So a bunch of people got some free equipment. I don't really know what any of it means, but well, you know, I guess it's very difficult to prepare for any kind of demand load for a free game. It's when you're thinking you're gonna sell your game at all for $40. Did you see what kind of discount they have at all in the store? I don't.
No, I can look real quick.
Yeah. Well, I figure this out. Let me just think on the vault. Loadout.
It's like 30% off, so it's $28.
Yeah, that's about what I thought it would be whenever it went on discount, but I thought this would be a longer time. You can pick up free sponsor kits from the armory. Okay. Okay, vault. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, I have to select vault if I go in here. Okay. I really hate when tutorials like force you to do one specific thing. Like I've been playing Pragmata today, and it forced me to use a health kit to clear a door. I guess it makes sense because, like, otherwise your player won't really know, but I'm like, I know! Can I just keep that in my pocket, please, and not have to use it? But, it's more egregious in things like free-to-play mobile games where, it's like, oh, you have to use this free crystal that we give you to show how we can use free crystals to trick you into giving us more money. I mean, it's getting a little bit better in that arena, at least if you care about Netflix subscriptions, because Netflix just announced a FIFA game. Well, a soccer game. Let me look up the name of it for a second. It is... Well... Okay. This is... It's just loading for a second. While I look at the sponsor kits. Okay, there we go. Purchase to backpack. Current loadout will be moved to vault. I'm still so confused about this game's UI. It's FIFA World Cup Launch Edition is what it's called, and supposedly it should be an easier, more casual game for people who just want to play ball on a touchscreen. Because while I appreciate that, you know, a lot of people, including my brother-in-law, love the, I guess now, EA Sports Football Club series, I've never really been able to get into it because of the complexities. So, if this works, it could be really cool. But anyway, where's my... Where's my anything? Can I cannot edit loadout while sponsor kit is equipped. Okay.
Yeah,
Whatever.
so if you have the sponsor kit, so like if you don't, do you have any guns in your vault and stuff?
Yeah, I did, and then they
Okay.
moved them. Maybe that's okay because
Well, you can unequip the sponsor kit and you should be able to equip your own stuff.
I mean it's fine because at least then I won't lose my stuff if I die. So at least there's that. Welcome to Cyber Cash. Dismiss. We get it. You're really proud of your cutscenes. Show story and rewards. Welcome to Tau Ceti. In perimeter, I'm not sure. Defeat UESC Elite Frames. I'm setting that to active because
Okay.
we're gonna go into. Yeah, I'm trying to think how we actually get to sponsored survival. I think it's
Oh, well,
prepared.
I was gonna ask, how did you send me an invite? I didn't get it. If you did.
Oh, yeah, I haven't done that yet. Sorry. Perimeter. There's solo, no. Where is anything in this game? Sometimes. But yeah, let me just invite you. Hang on. Okay, and you're online this time, finally.
Yep.
Maybe you can figure it out. You're usually better at that kind of thing in overwhelming UIs.
What exactly are you looking for?
Sponsored survival
Sponsored
is
survival?
is
It's
the
in the Dire Marsh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the new area, isn't it?
I don't
Right.
know. Everything's new to me.
That's true. I don't really know much either. Dire Marsh. Sponsored survival. There we go. Okay. Select zone. Trios. Do we want to keep crew fell off or
I'm fine keeping it off.
crew error? Resolve all errors to deploy. What?
I don't know. Yeah, I see that too. Do we resolve? Yeah.
How do we resolve this error?
Huh.
Why? Okay, a crew member has an error preventing deployment. New caloric sponsor kit. That doesn't seem like an error.
Can you not run this with sponsor kits, maybe?
A crew member has an error. Okay. Ugh. Let me try and back out and see.
Okay.
God. Why are you so persnickety right now? Okay. Move kit to vault. Alright. Let me move that to here. I mean, that kind of makes sense, but I wish they would explain that. That's so stupid. Okay, so I guess the idea is that you have to carefully pick what you bring into battle. I'm gonna bring like, yeah, 3 patch kits should be okay. 3 shield charges. I don't really know what the mechanics kits are for, but I'm gonna bring one of everything anyway, because I have plenty of backpack space. That's not the problem. And plenty of ammo. Yeah, definitely needed. It would be nice if I had unlocked more than just pistols, but I'm sure there's other weapons around. CE Tactical Sidearm. Oh, okay, it's a little cute little reference to Halo. Got it. Any mods? No, 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 and no. I just unlocked mods in Pragmata, by the way, so...
Oh, cool.
Alrighty then. While we're deploying... Hopefully that result... Are you fucking kidding me? Invalid loadout? Zone access requires all runners to equip a standard standard kit. Did you have a sponsor kit on? Because I thought
I only theoretically know how to do that. I think they told me how to, but I never had to. Let me see.
So confusing. I mean, if we play this game enough, we'll eventually get it, but I think that's part of the problem. Is just the artificially high barrier to entry with all these confusing things surrounding the game, rather than the gameplay
Yeah.
itself, which is pretty solid, I have to say.
So
It's just this kind of stuff is gonna turn off a lot of people who managed to make it into the free trial. I didn't just like give up immediately, even with the free stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking through because it did bring me to the sponsor kit menu one time.
Oh, I
but
have to
haven't,
equip a standard sponsor kit. We both have to equip sponsor kits. Why? I thought it was just standard running kit that we had to equip, but yeah, no, we both have to equip sponsor kits.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. So if you go to Armory, okay, that's where it is. On
Ugh.
the right side of the Armory, that's where the sponsor kits are.
Good gravy. Why? Why does it matter? It's just a survival mode. I don't get it.
There we go. And there's a free one just for the night thing.
Yeah, you know what? I think
Alright.
maybe it's so that everybody's on the level playing field, because maybe there is some PvP.
Yeah.
But it's like, ugh. You know? Okay, Darth Maul looking lady, let's go. Hello and welcome to Sunny
Okay.
Redemption Sailing, your bi-weekly-ish voyage for BS3 Gaming News, because I think we're going to be reporting on gaming news a lot more during Gaming Christmas month. Starting off with the state of play. So did you manage to see the show?
I caught up on it yesterday, yeah.
Oh, for crying out loud!
What does it want from us now?
It just
Do you
says
not
like
have a standard sponsor kit?
I have. It just says
I
a crew
think
member.
you have to have specifically the Dire Mark Knight sponsor kit.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Ugh. All right. Anyway, go off about the show while I figure this out.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good variety of different things, especially some unexpected stuff that I think I had heard some vague rumors about, like that. The highlight of the show for me, honestly, was Stuntman. I was not expecting that to show
Oh
up.
yeah.
Because there was a rumor about it a few months ago, but those are kind of a dime a dozen. Oh, someone's bringing back Stuntman. Good luck with that. That series hasn't been around for nearly 2 decades, but it's happening and it looks pretty great. They're doing what they probably should be doing with that series, which is actually getting real movies involved. 'Cause
I hope
in the
there's
old
nods
Stuntman games.
to
In
those.
the old Stuntman games, they would kind of be pastiches of actual movies, from what I remember.
Yeah, I hope there
So
are
having
nods
the
to that,
actual licenses,
but
well, the
having
actual
the
lic-
having the actual
licenses, I
licenses is gonna be nice.
is what you need to do to modernize it.
I mean, that does expose the game to delisting eventually, but that is what you need to get the big bucks. I've never experienced the history of Stuntman, so it would be cool if they had
Yeah,
little
I
nods
mean,
here and there.
The 360 game Stuntman Ignition is backwards compatible, so if you're ever curious,
Oh,
pretty
you know
solid
what?
game
I
still.
may have bought it actually. I have to double check.
yeah,
but
I have it because I think it was a Games with Gold over.
You know what,
Ago.
that may have been when I got it too. But if it was a little over a decade ago, maybe. Stuntman Ignition. Yeah, I could seriously see myself trying that again.
Yeah.
Let me just see if I have it. Okay. I cannot find this Night Marsh kit anywhere.
It's, if you go to the Armory on the right side, it should be the bottom right where it says today's sponsors. It should be free.
I only see New Caloric sponsor kit, Enhanced Meta sponsor kit, Encrypted sponsored kit.
Huh.
Um,
I don't know why that would be, because I had the option to pick it.
let's see. No idea, really, because I should have got it. Do I need to get okay, factions? No. Like, is there an... I feel like there's an inbox somewhere, but I don't remember. This is such a pain in the ass, though. All of it is really annoying. Like, I guess if we have to, we'll go into the regular PvP mode, but we're probably going to get raffle stomped a lot. That's another problem with this game. But yeah, so, my highlights for the show, I mean, obviously Wolverine is awesome. Like, okay, one of the biggest things for me this gen is just how cool the level of gore detail is, and like muscle simulation and skin reflection depth and things like that really make things feel more visceral. And that is very much on display, because holy crap, both the damage you and enemies receive is really great. I also am very intrigued by the health system, because it appears that in order to do regeneration when you're downed, you have to have adrenaline. Like, I think you recover damage a little bit if you just kind of run around and stuff, but
there was passive recovery happening. Like, and that's the sort of tricky thing that's always been with Wolverine games. It's like, well, he's, you know, practically invincible. How do you put that into a game? So that's one of those things.
Right.
Games have tackled in different ways, and I think they very, like, purposefully showed every different way you can get hurt and recover yourself, to show people, like, okay, this is how we're doing it. Make it very clear.
They had a similar thing going with the Jedi games, because obviously for movies you have plot armor, and so really love reflecting blaster bolts at people. I mean, after a certain point, I think there was a fan video about like Star Trek versus Star Wars, where Captain Picard was like, well, why does anyone have a firearm then? You know, there are lore explanations for this. Basically, like, certain bounty hunters use slug throwers, which obliterate Jedi because they're basically shotguns, and they're not designed to block molten balls of lead that have been set on fire by their own lightsabers. But, you know, they're not as fast and stuff. And then, like, Cortosis is supposed to defeat lightsabers, but it's like, it's kind of the kryptonite problem, where you kind of have to invent a weakness because you didn't organically build in one from the beginning. I think kryptonite came later, and that kind of thing annoys the shit out of me in a story sometimes, because then certain fights just have no tension at all. But that's just me. I think maybe we have to just do the regular mode. It's so annoying.
Okay, that's fine.
But purchase to vault. Oh, wait, you can do multiple of them. That's interesting. Just gonna dismantle that for something. Again, like, I tried. I just could not find this. Frustrating. Anyway, so... because, like, why lock the best new mode idea that you have behind some arbitrary crap?
Yeah, and I don't know why you don't have access to it when I've probably played less than you and I have it.
You know what? Maybe you had to earn it at some point.
I don't know. I've done 2 runs so far. Like, I did the tutorial run and 1 run after that. So
I'm just gonna turn the crew fill on, so at least we have somebody who can sponge bullets for us.
Okay.
It's just waiting. Anyway, of course, the other game that was awesome was God of War Lao Fei. I mean, I'm a bit concerned about this whole Afterlife of the Gods thing for a couple of reasons, because, one, it could lead to bringing in old characters from the Greek universe that could really drag the pacing, and 2, the other mythologies that are hinted at, like Egyptian and Aztec, could really get short shrift when, you know, the Norse games had 2 games and in Dad of War, and the Greek games got the majority of the spotlight. So I guess we'll see how long this game is and how they pace everything out. It's very difficult to tell how much I'll be interested in even watching this game's story in 20 minutes, because, like, The problem with the Dad of War games for me is I just eventually got bored by the forced exposition moments. Maybe I have to turn Crewfell off so we can get going.
I'm still doing my.
Oh.
I'm resetting my inventory because it wiped it when I
Oh, okay.
set the other thing. So I'm just doing that real quick.
Yeah, I see. Okay, never mind. Well, I mean, I have a thing in my sponsor kit. I guess I could have just done the Vault loadout, but okay, it has Volt battery, depleted patch kit.
Okay.
This is
good.
not very good. Item cannot be moved. Yeah, cannot edit loadout. Whatever. I'll try it out. We'll see. Alright, let's run. But yeah, the combat looks like God of Spider-Man May Cry to me.
Yeah.
Which, like, I think that's a very good thing, because I really love air juggling enemies like that. And I did that a lot in the Spider-Man games. I'm, you know, not so sure about, like, about Frank. I just don't know what mythology they're drawing from for this, and if he'll get annoying eventually. But, hopefully there's more variety in companions eventually and stuff. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this ties into apparently both of the Dad of War games, because I think that when Kratos died temporarily in Ragnarok, he came back in. He came into this afterlife of the gods, helped her for a little bit, and then dipped with the "Oozardu," you know, sound, which was pretty spine-chilling to me. That's cool. Again, we'll see what happens. If she escapes the afterlife of the gods, then maybe a bunch of the other characters flood in too, and that's when we start seeing, like, oh, Daddy Zeus is back for revenge, or maybe he's forgiven Kratos after a long time of thinking. Who knows? I mean, Kratos has certainly let go of a lot of anger. Okay. Let's go.
Alright.
But, of course, the usual chuds had to weigh in on on Freya's appearance, and Jean Grey's, because apparently if they can't fap to someone, they can't enjoy a video game. I don't get it.
Yeah, I just ignore those.
I mean, I thought the actress was Kate Blanchett at first for Lao Fei, but other than that, like, you know, she's an older woman. It makes sense. They had a kid together. Yeah, I don't know how her half-giant heritage will come to play either, because I think a lot of them got massacred. But that's me recalling barely the lore of a game I have played several years ago. Both games, though, are making me sad for the first time in a while. That what are all these explosions? I don't understand.
I don't know. Our teammate is doing something. I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, odd. Well, I was saying that it made me sad for the first time that my PS5's thermal paste melted in a while. Because if I still had a PS5, I would totally get these games. They're awesome looking. Lao Fei looks pretty polished from what little we saw. It doesn't seem like a vertical slice either, so it's just like one of those things where they're showing a portion of a game that seems pretty close to being done and has apparently been worked on for 6 years. So, hopefully it's out like next year or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I remember that bullshit. Be very careful. That is like a tunnel to something? Or not. Anyway, so So yeah, I'm thinking like fall next year for that, hopefully.
Yeah, I can see it, especially like if Wolverine's their big one for this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically their only blockbuster game for this year, because Saros did not set the world on fire. It seemed good. It seems like it appealed to people who enjoyed Returnal, but not really a crowd-pleasing blockbuster game for everyone. Like Wolverine probably will be, because
Yeah.
you can probably make that as easy or as hard as you want. Which makes perfect sense to me. I don't know what that laptop thingy is. I think that's just a robot. You'll know when a player attacks you. I certainly
I've
did.
not run into actual players yet.
Lucky. That guy's dead. Sabotage a UESC comms antenna in north or south relay. So, you just have to defeat some elites. Oh, you can shoot through that shield. That's cool. Just trying to see if I can find some more complex weaponry. Data card. Oh! Okay, looks like you took care of that. Trying to see if there's any loot worthwhile down here. Okay.
Coming
Yeah, like-
where you are.
They're really lucky they have the Marvel license, though, because Sony has nothing otherwise. And that's because they spent so much time on live service crap that did not go anywhere. I guess they thought that they could take the PlayStation audience for granted, and that kind of frustrates the shit out of me, especially after what happened to Destiny. Though, boycotting Marathon is not the move. I feel like, I mean, don't buy the game if you don't want to, but like, that just means that developers will get laid off faster, so... Let's see, I barely understand what I'm picking up in terms of loot, either.
Same here. I'm just picking up whatever I see. I do have an expanded like backpack, so I can kind of afford to pick extra stuff up.
Just using a
long as I
depleted
don't
health
die.
thingy. Yeah, easier said than done in this game. But,
Well, I haven't really had a problem with that yet, but I also haven't run into real people, so. I'm sure
yeah,
I will.
that's the big thing. That's why I was trying to avoid
Okay.
the possibility
Any
of...
this is-
Well, I got a better gun, it seems, so that's nice.
Mhm.
Now I'm remembering how to play this game. Just need to rebuild my shield charge a bit. I'm guessing that the hatch lines are upgrades that I need to install later. But yeah, like, it's good. I just am annoyed as well by some of the timed bullcrap, like with Control, Resonant. I get it, it's only like 2 days and they probably needed the money, but it still bothers the shit out of me that Sony is still buying their way into relevance. Microsoft does this too, but not nearly as much because people overreacted a bunch to that, and this is just how it is, where Sony can get away with bullcrap, I guess.
Do they have? Wait, they have like 2-day exclusivity. On
Yeah,
it?
yep.
I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess. If you-
I guess so.
I don't see how that's like. I just don't see how that's a valuable use of Sony's resources.
No, but like, you could have easily said that about, again, any of the dozen live service games, and they still did it. Because they thought that would be easy money. That, like, I mean, basically, everyone in the world outside of the US either has a PlayStation or Nintendo primarily. So it doesn't seem like they really need to compete all that hard, and yet
Yeah,
here they
like,
are taking the shit away from Microsoft just because they can. Again, it's not like Microsoft is perfect either on this front, but this is the way of the gaming world now. Okay, so I'm guessing we exit out of here somewhere, or, you know what, I think I'm going the wrong way anyway. Oh, okay. I just need to defeat one more elite UESC, by the way, for my objective.
Cool.
Oh, you know what? The pink thing is you. But there's also a pink icon for the actual objective, and I don't remember how to actually ping the objective.
One of the sticks, maybe?
One of the what now?
One of the sticks might be the ping. Left
Nope.
stick, maybe? No. Oh.
Nope, that's melee.
It's okay. Something
That
on
would
the
make
D-pad,
kind of
maybe?
some sense. Up on the D-pad.
What's this?
Well, that's how you ping for other people.
Okay.
Which, that is cool, but not what we need. We have 16 minutes. So at least these are fairly short and can be... We can probably get through a couple of them.
Profit opportunity. Intercept.
Oh? What's this about?
I have no idea. Is there something up here?
Yeah, let's see. Okay, I think... Exfil site.
Oh,
That at
that's
least
the
is
expo,
there.
okay.
What is screeching at us?
I don't know. Oh, it's something up here. Oh, exploding bug thing.
I really just love exploding tiny enemies, don't you? Well, I think we broke their hive, so yeah.
Oh, there's another hive up there. There we go. Do we get loot from them? Oh yeah, take embryo. Sure.
Connection collapse in 15 minutes.
Okay, I'm gonna equip that to slot 1. There we go, that is a much better gun. Okay, so we were supposed to go to a north relay, or south relay. And so I'm thinking we go through here, because, well, actually that does look like the objective. Data something. Yeah, data relay. Okay, I think this is it. What the? I think there were already players here! Are you kidding me?
Oh. Okay. I'm not gonna be able to get to you.
Well, I guess I can just keep talking about gaming news while I'm dead.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Where'd the other guy go? Oh, he's over there. Okay.
Oh, did you see they have the Rayman Legends remake finally announced?
Yeah, I don't like the art style in that. I don't understand the point. of
It seems
remaking
way
that
too
game
ray
either.
traced. I think to play devil's advocate for a second, I think that it's about the fully voiced story, but it depends on whether that's good or not. And like the original is still really good, so I don't really
think
know
that
why.
game- yeah, it's still good and it's also still available on pretty much every system under the sun. I just, like, I'm not against remaking a game of that vintage. Like, you know, stuff from the early to mid 2010s is, you know, aging, but that game, like, there's nothing about that game in particular that screams, like, dire need of a remake.
No, this is because they needed money. I will admit, I was very, I was very excited for a second, but then they said Rayman Legends remake, and I was like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Black Flag remake because that looks like a substantial improvement in terms of facial animations and graphical quality. You know, people don't have clay-like features on their face.
Yeah.
And like the ocean looks incredible. I was thinking about maybe doing a year of Ubisoft Plus again, but then I was like, you know what? Nah, I'm just gonna get the physical version. Because what happened was after I bought Lego Batman and 007 digitally, that credit became available, and now I'm going to put that on Black Flag and Star Fox physically, because I don't imagine that I'll play them more than once. So, yeah. And speaking of every system under the sun, Valve just announced that the Steam Machine is coming this summer.
Oh,
No more delays.
okay.
Same with the Steam Frame. So we are expanding the verified program to include the Steam Machine and Steam Frame. So
Okay.
probably later in the summer. Like summer also has quite a bit of a wide time frame. So like it could be as late as late September.
Yeah.
This is definitely to give developers time. Because hopefully they've sent out some kits, you know, to developers, and the requirements are nearly identical to Steam Deck Verified. Like in terms of default controller configuration, default graphical settings. Tens of thousands of Steam titles have already gone through the verification process, is what they say. So that shouldn't be too hard for the vast majority of games that already exist that are compatible with the Steam Deck, because this is basically a Steam Deck juiced up in terms of like architecture. They said it, I believe, 6 times more powerful. It still sucks that the price is unlikely to be under $1,000 with the memory crisis, with the RAM crisis bullcrap, like I had hoped for in our initial stream talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw. Hopefully the random gets you up.
Well, no, he's down too.
Okay, yeah, I guess we're dead then.
Okay.
See, at least if I used a sponsor kit and didn't lose my stuff.
Well, had to happen eventually.
Guess so.
And I wasn't especially married to this gear that I had anyways, so not a huge deal.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Steam Frame will be the most interesting to me from an innovation perspective because it's designed for like full fat BC VR titles to be streamed to it, but it is a full Linux PC on a headset, so we'll see how the vast majority of Steam VR games perform. I still have not gotten any reply from like the USPS about what the fuck happened to my Quest 2 that I bought. So I'm gonna charge that back with my bank.
Yeah.
I mean, next that. At least I got that objective done. So let's see what that is. Okay. Silk. Rewards pass currency. Rewards pass currency. Currency used to purchase items in the armory. So, like, I guess if I get the rewards pass, I can use some of that. Data cards uploaded. Nice. Items lost. Whatever, eliminated. Okay, return to lobby. There we go. I guess we could just do that again.
Okay.
I don't know when, like, Outpost unlocks either. Probably much later. Alright. Turn in completed contracts before attempting to run. Oh, okay. Alright, then. I don't know why it doesn't just do that automatically, but... Claiming. Okay, that's nice. Patch kit, advanced mechanics kit, signal jammer, antivirus pack. Cool. I don't know what half of that crap means even after reading the text boxes, but hey, it's stuff that I got. Alright. Help improve your shell's the cradle. I've been granted access to that. Okay, access cradle. Now that I'm level 2. For the first time. Shell improvement. 2 energy available. Okay. Go to vault. Next.
Okay.
Shell improvement. Okay, select strength. Add energy. I don't see why I want to do strength, I guess. Alright. Let's prepare and do it.
Yep.
It's just, yeah, it's definitely going to be more than $1,000, this Steam Machine, because of the price increases on the Steam Deck. To $800 for the OLED. The base OLED, I should note.
Yeah.
Too many runners. Cannot deploy with current... what?
I think you just have to set it back to trios. It's set
Oh,
to solo.
you know what? I think I accidentally selected solo because it was default. Oops. But yeah, so... let me think. Speaking of Steam, I've been playing quite a few games there. And that includes... Cloudheim! Holy crap, dude! Whenever this comes to Xbox, you have to get it. Because basically, it's like Legend of Zelda if Link could triple jump, slam people to the ground, air juggle, all of it. It's so cool. The demo ran very well on my PC, but it's in early access right now and has some issues with that on occasion. The map's a little messy too, but I'm intrigued by everything. So I'm excited for that to come out. Yeah. I also tried a few games I didn't like. Empire of Decay had a demo. It's basically steampunk chess, which sounds really cool, but it just didn't perform well on my computer, unfortunately. I mean, it's a turn-based game, so that doesn't really matter, but the animations are so slow. And people will see on the full gameplay that it just doesn't look very good on my computer for some reason. Night of the Extinct was very interesting for a little bit. It's basically like a survival horror set in a museum with Night of the Smithsonian style exhibits coming to life. But then I met the tiny fucking bat, and he is so annoying. He has like 3 lines that he keeps looping through, and that's it.
No.
So I was just like, I cannot deal with this while I'm trying to solve a puzzle, which the puzzles are basically like, you have to lift giant boxes and put them on the pads to unlock the door. And it's like, wow, really brain tickling stuff, but just kind of tedious.
Yeah.
Let me pick up that storage drive. Activate a target acquisition device. Looks like an enemy player is down. Oh crap! I hope that's not anybody who's a friend of theirs.
Ooh,
Okay, that's
someone
not it.
just shot me.
Okay, yep, there's definitely another player here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately I have terrible guns right now, so...
Okay, they're there!
Yep.
At the doorway. I probably should have switched. Should be switching to a regular kit, but I haven't equipped that properly, so.
I'm just healing. Alright, this dude crawls to the side. I can maybe get him.
Ammo crate down. Camo.
Poking. Oh no! 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 Ah! Damn it!
Alright, I'm down 2.
Ugh.
That's it.
Okay, well, that leads me to another terrible game. Empire of Decay. Or wait, no, I did that one. Golf with Your Grandmother. It had a very silly premise that I was like intrigued by, but the golfing just feels awful, unfortunately. And the grandmother lets out a blood-curdling scream. Like, who would find this fun? So I refunded it. I wanted to refund Night of the Extinct, but unfortunately it was free. So, I guess it's just in my account unless I wanted to remove it at all. Okay, I gotta figure out what the heck. Okay, now I get the fucking Dire Marsh kit. Okay. Alright, now I can equip that, and now we can do the PvE mode. Okay, let's do that.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Awards a random deluxe weapon. Okay. I guess. Well, I guess I just had to do a couple of PvP matches first. What is it? Invalid loadout. I think you have to equip the Night Marsh kit again.
Yeah, I'm looking for it, but I don't seem to have it anymore.
What?
Did I get rid of it by accident? 'Cause I was clearing my
Ah!
inventory.
Oh God,
I was clearing my
no!
vault. I thought I
Oh
got rid of a
no!
different kit, but
Oh gosh, no!
Huh.
Why?
weird. Is there
Ah.
no way to just get it back? Because I'm going to the armory and I don't have it like available to like get.
Oh goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Either I absentmindedly just dismantled it because I was dismantling a lot
I
of
think
things.
that may have been what happened. Oh dear.
Yeah, because I didn't think we were going back to that tonight.
Yeah, Huh, well, okay then. Oops. I guess maybe we can try one more
Sure.
run regularly, and then hopefully you get that back? Because, like, it took a couple runs for me, but I don't see why it would take that long for you. Oh, right, I cannot launch into matchmaking. What does it say? Okay, ineligible for this activity, so I think I have to switch back to standard. Gag me with a spoon!
Okay. Now I'm ready.
Okay, I have to
Bill?
unequip the sponsor kit. Can I, like, get another one and then give that to you? No. It's only one at a time. Okay. Well, that's just very stupid. Why would they allow you to, like, dismantle that and not give you a warning that
I
makes
don't
the PvE mode inaccessible? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my regular ass patch kits. There we go. Shield charges. There we go. Vault weapon types. No, I don't think I need that. Adds buffer against hostile data corruption. I don't understand what that means.
I think some of the status effects.
Huh. Well. So yeah, oh, the last game I played was Paralives, and it's cool. I just don't find the UI very fluid to navigate, and it doesn't run well either on my computer, unfortunately. I'm hoping it comes to Xbox eventually because the concept's really cool and I liked the character customization. But I also didn't really understand what I was supposed to be doing. Then again, my strongest memories of The Sims are the character creation and the house building, not necessarily the actual gameplay. So... Oh, and you know what is the other thing that's annoying me about Sony is that they just filed for another creepy AI patent that can play ads during loading screens.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like that's something game companies have always been trying to make work. Is how do you do like ad-supported console games? I feel like every company wants to pull that trigger, but no one wants to be the one to actually like be the public face of that. So I feel like, you know, that's just something I'm sure every company has been like waiting to do and just waiting for permission from another company to do it.
They were exploring an ad-supported Game Pass version a while ago, but I think that the strong resistance of the Xbox community to the home screen ads makes that unlikely in the near future.
Yeah, like that's as much as Xbox can get away with is just the home screen and like the occasional splash screen when you boot up the console. I think ad-supported games, unless it was like very non-intrusive somehow, like I don't think people are going to be down for that in the console space anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
Like in mobile, it's pretty accepted. And actually, I was playing the Dragon Quest mobile game, and the way they do an in-world justification of the ads is very funny. They basically say like you're about to enter a portal to another world, and then they just show you like a, you know, shitty mobile game ad.
You know, the way that I remember ads first appearing in games was in Battlefield 2142. They had certain ads.
Yeah,
and
a lot of that, the EA stuff around that era was doing a lot of that, like Burnout Paradise as well. Maybe one of the other Burnouts had like real-time like cycling billboards.
It makes sense to a degree with those games because Burnout Paradise is very trying to feel real world. And in 2142, in 2142 it was the apocalypse, so naturally there were real brands that still were around that were like, hey, still buy Coca-Cola and person in the apocalypse. I mean, it's standard disclaimer, people patent things all the time. You know, and then never do that. Like, again, Microsoft wanted to creepily charge everybody a rental fee if a Kinect detected more than one person watching a movie. Though, I just saw a post that was reflecting on people remembering the Watch Party feature on Xbox 360, where people could watch movies together online.
A lot. Yep.
Oh, wow.
I'm always shocked that just like disappeared. And I think during the pandemic, some streaming services kind of implemented something like that, but it wasn't quite as elegant.
Yeah, no, I think I did it once with Disney Plus at some point with someone, but I don't remember for what movie or with whom my ex and I did that. Okay, get wrecked. I don't really feel like replenishing my shield right now, but... Well, I got some ammo for a weapon I can't use. Activate another... It's giving me that, target acquisition device thing again. It's hard to read some of the text because I'm currently using a performance overlay. Yeah. A projection, excuse me, of everything that's going on. And that is at 720p and has bars on the sides and top. And then also my Windows taskbar on the bottom.
Look behind us.
Disappearing.
A lot of guys. It's the most like actual resistance at base.
Okay, well, got him.
There we go. All right, could have been worse. Just heal up a little bit.
Same. Let me use a depleted shield charge. That should help. Because you only need to kickstart it a little bit and then the shield fills.
Yeah.
Okay, med cooler. I really don't know what the UESC's deal is about like people not getting supplies or whatever, or how it ties in to the story of a game series that I've never really played. I kicked off a little bit of Marathon, but it just never clicked with me. The classic. It is available on Xbox 360, but backwards compatibility. But let me equip that. Ooh, nice. Genetic records. Automatically sold stuff. So yeah. Let me activate the depleted patch kit here that I just picked up. It's better than nothing. And better than using my regular patch kit.
Mm-hmm.
Unstable biomass. What in the world does that mean? Let's see. Oh, I don't think this was at the show, but Clutch looks kind of interesting. Forza Horizon developers.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there was some sort of toxic studio culture at Playground Games, which, by the way, Forza Horizon 6 has 12 million players now and 6.4 million copies sold. What in the world?
Yeah, that's
amazing. But I think, you know, eventually you're tired of doing the same old thing and you want to do something different. That's natural. And so I wish them the best of luck. It looks cool. But I'm glad they're launching in 2027 because this is probably the most packed September for games as everybody's trying to avoid GTA 6.
Like,
Increased hostile
as I was
action.
scrolling through the state of play, every game was like late September, early October, just really trying to get the, you know, final helicopter out of Vietnam here.
Anyone need this?
Yeah, because GTA said they're by the way, the Rockstar's developers unionized. So that's cool. They're not moving. This is it. We are getting GTA 6 finally. We've got a new dinosaur species and stuff, and entire new sequels to new franchises between GTA 5 and GTA 6. So, like, this is gonna be the big game of the year. I guess even franchises that would usually be confident that they would not be competing with GTA
20
6
minutes remaining.
just decided that they didn't want to bother with that.
Yeah, I think pretty much everything is competing with GTA 6. It's a bit of an anomaly. Like, a lot of things, it's like, okay, you can counter program. This is just the, you know, the Avatar, the Titanic, where it's like, you're not going to effectively counter program it, it's just too big.
Yeah, I can see that. And then that leads me into Fable getting delayed. I imagine that delaying it forward was for other reasons as well, like polish. You know, more time to develop a game, as we know, is never really a bad thing. Unless it's like a Duke Nukem Forever thing where it's too much.
Yeah, like, the thing is, like, added polish might be, like, a side effect of why they're delaying it. But I think the reason they're delaying it is pretty evident, just the GTA problem.
Yeah, even with Game Pass, which is surprising. I mean, maybe they wouldn't... Well...
The thing is, GTA 5's been on Game Pass a bunch of times, so I'm sure they're probably expecting a lot of that Game Pass audience is still just going to buy GTA 6.
Yeah, good point. I mean,
like,
maybe they...
Metro now.
What is that? Oh, a Medrone. That's nice.
Oh, nice. And
I think that's the third player who did that.
Yeah, as much as, like, Microsoft wants to lean on Game Pass a bit and say, like, oh, it's, you know, it's a Game Pass game, we don't have to get the sales, they still want to sell copies of the game, so...
Well,
giving the game the best chance they can in a less crowded season probably for the best.
That makes sense. Though, if it was an exclusive, maybe they would not care as much. But they are, because they are trying for that again. The Asha Sharma just confirmed. Like, yeah, we're going to be a platform again. We want to have some exclusive content. We're just figuring out what that means, which makes sense to me, anyway. Unstable diode, credits. Not enough space to move to backpack, so.
Okay, well I'll just take some of that stuff then.
Yep.
You guys are
Sounds good. Skill activated, matter transfer imminent. What? Sabotage a UESC comms relay.
Oh, is that?
I think we're at the exfil zone at least, so we can
so I
exfil
guess
now.
We could exfil or go for more.
I'm fine with exfilling and then hopefully getting
because I actually
you
have,
getting the Night March kit again.
Guns. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna see. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna move up with our other guy in case he gets swarmed or anything.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
gonna
and
say
the-
we should
yeah.
knock off one of the objectives we have, but it's already exfil. To get the loot back to the ball.
Okay.
Oh, and someone's trying to talk to. Oh wait, that's our guy. Okay.
Friendly.
I thought that was some other player trying to talk to us. Okay.
Well, okay. One successful run.
Successful run. Yeah. I'll take it.
Oh, and you know, I was excited for Legacy of Atlantis for a minute, but they just confirmed that they used AI generated assets to ideate.
Oh, that's a bummer. Well,
I mean,
I was pretty on the fence about that anyways. I played enough Tomb Raider 1 if they're just gonna remake that again.
I mean, I have to get the what's the name of the new one again? New game. Oh, that's the remake. Okay. Tomb Raider Catalyst. I have to know what the next part of this story is. But I can probably just try and rent it or buy it used. Because buying used games is one of the few ways that we can still enjoy games while not giving publishers money directly. And I'm sure that that's going to be, you know, possible still. This isn't the generation, or even the next one, that is going to kill physical games. So, let's see. Do you have your Night March kit back? Please,
No,
fingers crossed.
I didn't get
Oh,
it.
for crying out loud. I guess we can just keep going. These are fairly short.
Yeah, I'm just setting up. I'm trying not to bring all my
But-
valuables into this.
I mean, if you decide that it's worth $28, then I'll keep playing it, but we have other games to play that are
Yeah,
better
I
than
mean,
this.
I'm gonna be busy tomorrow, but I planned on playing a bit more over the weekend, so I'll at least, you know, do a few more runs, see how I feel about it. I don't really have like a ton of money in my gaming budget, so I wasn't really planning on buying it, but I'm not like, if I'm really enjoying it after this weekend, maybe I will. We'll see.
Right, especially after dropping $250 on an Aya, on a Aya
I dropped more
Neothor,
than that. I bought
or
the fancy-
Ainthor.
I bought the fancy one for like 400.
Oh wow.
I bought the high respect one.
Does it have like micro SD expansion?
Yes, it does, but the thing is, the onboard storage is faster, so people swear by that rather than.
Hopefully it supports micro
relying
SD
on-
Express like the Nintendo Switch too.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually, but basically the gist of what I got in my research was, you can store stuff on it. It's not great to run games off of. So
That's fair.
people generally suggest just getting one of the better storage models to begin with, rather than, because the cost will all just even out if you do micro
Yeah.
SD anyways. All right, I think I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm tempted by that eventually as a way to play my Android classic games on the go. Missing equipment.
Yeah,
What?
and actually, what? Missing equipment?
Critical cores are missing. Let me back out and make sure. Yeah, no, I did this.
It let
Says-
me ready up. I don't know why it wouldn't let you.
See, this is the problem. It's just like there's so much that doesn't make any sense, and yeah, let me just move that to backpack, I guess, or move to. I'm gonna move to vault, actually. I probably should have gotten things like more patch kits and stuff anyway. So. So it,
Yeah, but the AY and Thor, it should be shipping in mid-June, so hopefully in the next 2 weeks.
yeah, then if you're around, I'd love to play it and we can talk
Yeah.
about that on the show. Anyway,
Yeah.
oh, speaking of mid-June, I have gotten onto what is it called? This is an event for LGBTQ Twitch streamers.
Oh, nice.
It is sponsored by Red Labs, and it is called Nerd Love Twitch Pride 2026, which is a raid. So hopefully a lot more people will see my stuff as I give a History Flights essay about what it's like to be trans. If you're around at around 9:30 on the 18th, then that could work for me. But you know,
Yeah, it depends on my work schedule. I'd
Yeah.
have to get back to you on it, but
yeah,
I'd be down for it.
definitely. I probably would do an episode of Sunny Redemption Sailing after all of that. You know, like business of ranting about everything terrible that has been going on with trans people. Talking about how we've been resilient as well, about all the victories for freedom, such as the block on the ban on trans troops in the military and on, you know, moving trans people into men's prisons to be raped. But I am gonna be blunt about it, so yeah, it's feeling pretty terrible these days, and also I'm gonna be digging at the Baha'i faith for being a bunch of hypocritical assholes about trans people and just queer stuff in general, you know, as well as of course Wahid Azal. I finally lost all patience. I am filling out the paperwork to sue him in the District Court for the District of Columbia at the federal level for harassment, intentional infliction of emotional distress, tortious interference with both my job because of the leave that I had to take to respond to his stupid court hearings, and with my business prospects because I was going to have a client who I could teach video editing, and then just that evaporated, in part because of other scheduling conflicts, in part because I don't think we actually came to like a definitive agreement, but like the negotiations were ongoing, and I had to spend time dealing with the IRS to make sure that I could like head this off before I realized that was unnecessary, because he threatened to report me for business fraud because he is a malicious, narcissistic, transphobic, racist, Islamic supremacist asshole who cannot stand to ever be wrong and punishes anyone who ever criticizes him with the infinite amount of free time he appears to have. So I just was like, you know what, I'm not doing this responding back and forth because it usually goes like, well, you're the jerk, no you, etc. I mean,
Yeah.
it's more sophisticated than that on my end, because like he literally called me Iblis La, which is basically demon curse of Allah be upon you. That doesn't feel good. And then like the next post after that, he said I was handsome, which like you gross, creepy old man who is a pedophile enabler, by the way. He was associated with Lamborn Wilson, Hakeem Bey, and he has defended that man's reputation ever since, even though he was a known member of NAMBLA, because get this, he was pretending to be a NAMBLA member on purpose to, I guess, deter people from liking him on purpose for some stupid religious reason. It's all just a bunch of justifications of everything he does and insults towards anything I do, because it's double standards all the way down. This is what happens when you're trapped in a cycle of abuse from a fucking sociopath. And so, there's other grounds that I'm suing him on that I forget at the moment, but I'm filling out the paperwork. I also filed with the Internet Cybercrime Center, IC3, for all of it. So I have literally reported him to the FBI, and he's probably going to say, "Oh, that means I was right that you were an FBI informant." But the man has also done defamation per se by saying that I'm a Mossad agent.
Yeah.
If that was true, then I would be kicked out of my job. They would have to at least look into it if they found out about this accusation. I would have to waste time explaining why that isn't true and why this man is literally an online terrorist who just loves to send threats to anyone he wants, who also threatened to have me committed to a psychiatric institution, and decided that, well, I might hint that I can report this to your family, because he knows my real name. He has gestured at my address and demanded to know how I could live there, like, without being a Mossad agent. You know how? Because I make just about enough to be able to afford rent and still send money to my very real fiance and son in Africa. Thank you very much, you giant asshat. So, I am suing him and his accomplice, Matt Douglas, for $400,000. Though I find that it will be unlikely that I'll be able to collect that, because it's very difficult to do anything across international lines. The point is to show the seriousness of how I feel the punitive damages should be. And so, the real meat and potatoes is
20 minutes.
a temporary restraining order ordering them not to use my real name and not to insult me based on any protected characteristics, and to take down their current post doing that. Which, you know, that already wins the battle before there's even anything. And then, like, a bunch of motions to immediately rule on this, and hopefully a permanent injunction against them ever having accounts on Substack, YouTube, or Reddit. Finishing them off on the internet for good. And, well, if he does that on, like, say, Blogger, I think that'll be considered a violation. And so, to strengthen my case as well, I'm going to be filing a police report with both the DC police, who he is now getting to serve me for his third attempt at a CCB filing against my thumbnails, which I just like decided, you know what, I'm opting out. I'm not waiting around for 2 months to potentially just like have to deal with that bullshit in the meantime, and maybe get $2,500 out of it. Uh-oh, somebody's looking for a fight.
That's telling us that someone.
Well, you lose. You're dead. Oh no, his friend got me. Help.
What happened?
Somebody
Oh,
shot me from the
no.
roofs. Ah, no. Okay, so yeah.
Oh, they got me.
It's a high-risk, high-reward strategy here because, well, he'll probably attempt to countersue, but he has no facts. He has alleged no actual evidence of, well, run complete because we're dead. You know, I wasn't attached to that gear either. Not very fond of this game. Again, if you buy it, I will certainly play it, but it's a clunky mess right now, and it's just so hard to wrap my head around playing this game while trying to talk stuff with you at all. But good news, my latest video for History Flights, how the Roman Empire went down fighting, 1,000 views in 5 days.
Oh, nice.
And 13 likes and 6 new subscribers. I am so beyond humbled and overwhelmed at all the support for this. I think I found my niche when it comes to, like, actually thoroughly researched historical essays, is the Byzantine Empire. Because I argue that it was the crossroads of the world there for a little bit with Constantinople. And unfortunately that it played a role in creating the Crusades and the Middle Eastern conflict as we know it, and the Great Schism of 1054, and the way that the East and West have in Europe have been rivals for a long time because of that. You know, my argument is you can't really understand those conflicts without it, but I think it was The Marble Emperor, a short story from the perspective of Constantine and Mehmed, that showed the complexities of history, and that nothing is so black and white. Because I think people really have given into black and white thinking when it comes to all of that, and it just isn't true a lot of the time. Even in World War II, the Allies committed their share of war crimes. It was obviously a lot more for the Germans and the Japanese, and they both deserved to be defeated and be the ones on trial. But, like, the problem is that you have to use force to compel nations to do much of anything. And so there's a lot of understandable frustration that is spilled over into anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. And I don't like that at all. And meanwhile, all this chaos in the world is wrecking our hobby, is causing sales of both Nintendo Switch 2 and, well, in Japan, because the price increases haven't happened here yet, and they're even doing that summer bundle to try and get people buying Switch 2s now before it really crunches in the US.
Yeah.
And then the PS5 sales have been tanking in the UK as well. But apparently, exclusive games sell consoles. Who knew? Forza Horizon 6 has been spurring a slight increase in Xbox sales in the UK. So, like, there's still... I mean, the Series S is holding us back a bit because No Rest for the Wicked just got delayed on Xbox because of it. I hope they just honestly drop the parity requirement. It's so stupid. Like, they do it on a case-by-case basis for things like Baldur's Gate 3. But I don't really understand why they feel the need to have this requirement. It just feels like it holds things back for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think we're, 5+ years into this generation. I think maybe the first couple of years having complete parity made more sense, and I think the main reason they wouldn't do it is just because they have a pretty decent number of Series S owners who would feel like this, if you bought the console years ago, you were told, like, hey, everything's going to run on this, and there have been some exceptions since, but very rare. I think if they started making more than the select exceptions they have been, I think you'd find a lot more developers willing to just opt out or not support the Series S as heavily. So I think they kind of have to keep that somewhere in there and maybe loosen it as we go. Like, maybe, year 7, year 8, like when it's been like, okay, we've had a good number of years of almost full support. Now this lower power console needs to be cycled out a little bit. I could see that, but I think there's just too big of an install base for them to start trailing it off now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Maybe.
It's definitely next gen where they're gonna have one single unit and then like just do OEM for PC for everything else. Because I think this is where it starts to transition to this is just Microsoft's first party PC, but if it acts like a console most of the time, I mean, again, death of the console, long live the console mode. Like it you know, big screen UIs are not new on non-console devices, and so it, you know, if it has games optimized for it specifically, then that's a console. Like it, you know, maybe they'll cycle out the Series S hardware, rip out the guts, and after this, and like truly make that Xbox handheld, you know, that plays all the Xbox games. Like I could see that, because then their inventory wouldn't go to waste, and they could probably like strip out a lot of things to bring the cost down and make that the lower powered alternative, because then, you know, like it's kind of like, okay, you can have this handheld communicating with the Xbox. People understand the difference between the handheld and the TV experience now, especially with the Nintendo Switch, with the Steam Deck versus Steam Machine, with even the PlayStation Portal, which I'm again very surprised a lot of people bought it. They, you know, people like having a handheld nearby even when they're TV gaming to have that flexibility. Why is it taking forever?
What are you trying to do?
Oh, well, it selected this beginner zone again. I don't know.
Oh, I thought I didn't ready up because I thought we were done for the night.
Oh, okay. Did you want to be done for tonight? I'm sorry. I thought
it's about 11.
Okay, fair. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. Well, I'll leave you off with one last piece of gaming news. Atari has acquired Crossy Road developer Hipster Whale for $40 million, with including an earnout. The initial purchase price is $29.3, and it will use the Australian-based developer to expand its mobile development and publishing capabilities. Makes perfect sense. We could see a lot of like Atari references in this game, because let me see, who published Frogger?
That was Taito, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's developed by Konami and published by Sega for arcades,
Konami, that's right.
But yeah, no, that is who did it. And for EU it was Sega. I think for North American arcades it was Sega and then Gremlin. But like, well, it has that retro vibe, so any number of Atari franchises like Pitfall could easily make their way in to a fairly popular mobile game that also is a decent enough game at the Dave & Buster's where I am, and lots of Dave & Buster's, because they have quite a staple of mobile games ported to vertical arcade screens that are fairly solid for these kinds of things, even if it doesn't feel as good. So yeah, I think, you know what, honestly, despite my problems with Sony right now, if you already have a PlayStation, this feels like a pretty good state of play. There's definitely some niggles here and there. I zoned out of a lot of the Japanese games, because it's like, oh, another, you know, Souls-based thing. Oh, wait, what was it? Onimusha.
Yeah, I need to try that demo.
Yeah, let me know how it is, because you have the PS5, so.
Yeah, I'm not like a huge Onimusha fan, but I've played a few of them back in the day, so definitely interested in giving that a shot.
Yeah.
And that, I'm forgetting the name, but Kimuri, I think, that looked okay. And I'm just interested mostly, you know, because it's what Kimuri Nakamura is working on now. Because she was doing something else and then left the project, so she kind of hadn't really been known what she was doing for a while. I know she started that studio, and now we know what that looks like.
Okay.
Do you remember that game? The like 3-player co-op yokai fighting game?
Yeah, no, that doesn't ring a bell for me.
Okay. Yeah, it was a decently long trailer in that one. It was just basically jumping around Japanese city doing Monster Hunter-y stuff.
Okay.
So that one had potential. I was like, oh, I could see myself, if there's like an open beta or something, I could try that out. That one looked pretty good.
Oh, the last thing I want to end off with. Oh, there's also an annoying exclusive single-player mode for Dune Awakening. At least that's coming to Game Pass. So that's nice. The Lost Wild also looks cool, but unfortunately it's console exclusive on PS5, so I'll have to hope that it performs okay on my PC. I mean, that looks like the Jurassic Park game I've always wanted, though, and Jurassic Park Survival is taking forever.
Yeah, I was gonna say, at first I thought when I skimmed through that trailer, I was like, is this like a tone piece for this Jurassic Park survival game? And then I was like, oh, I guess it's just a different dinosaur survival game. Okay.
It looks pretty cool as well. Very bloody disgusting. I love this kind of survival horror now after the new Resident Evil games. Ace Combat 8, Wings of Thief. Hopefully I won't get stuck on a incredibly annoying mission like I did for Ace Combat 7. I love the strange world building, so.
It's good timing for me, because I've just been playing through Ace Combat 4 and 5 a bunch, actually, and 6 a little bit.
Yeah, I still need
the past couple months.
I still need to cut my teeth on 6 and 7. Even on easy mode, though, again, there was that one mission in 7 that just kicked my ass over and over again. But I'm really looking forward to a current gen Ace Combat because, well, I've been starving for flight combat games. RuneScape Dragon Wilds looks pretty neat as well. It's good that that RuneScape is still a thing.
Yeah, I know that game's been on PC for a while. From the people I know,
it has?
Still play, yeah,
okay,
still are in the RuneScape ecosystem. I've heard nothing good about it. So.
Yeah, maybe not.
And it didn't especially strike me as something like. I mean, I don't need a new RuneScape game to just look like old RuneScape, but it would certainly help. And that game just kind of looked like nothing.
Generic,
to me.
generic Unreal Engine 5 starter game, I guess. Well, I mean, I have access to the classic RuneScape on PC, and so I will check that out at some point. In between filling out paperwork and trying to get... It's amazing that I've gotten the creative work that I have done with all of this nonsense, and including from Wahid All and at work. So that's just, I am very resilient, I think. I feel like the Byzantine Empire, attacked from all sides. But again, I'm humbled by the support on my past videos recently. And, Until Dawn 2. I thought that was Far Cry 7 at first because it looked very much like the Far Cry 3 setting.
I was definitely thinking Supermassive, but then I was like, well, there wasn't the Supermassive logo, so that's interesting that they're handing it off to someone else. And then I was like, okay, this.
Oh, really?
I was like, my thoughts were like, this looks like a Supermassive game, but they just put out Directive 8020. I'm like, could they be? And they had even a teaser for their next, whatever thing in that series. So I'm like, are they really announcing something new? And I was like, is this, my thoughts as it was happening were like, this is either a new non-Supermassive Until Dawn game, or this is Supermassive somehow having time to do a new Until Dawn. And it was the former. And I'm just kind of like, I'll wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
It didn't look particularly great to me.
I liked Until Dawn, but it wasn't my favorite of the Supermassive games. I liked the Dark Pictures, the one in House of Ashes, the best.
Yeah, I did like House of Ashes. The second one was so terrible. What was it? The school The like haunted village with the school trick. What
Oh.
was that one called even?
Let me look at them up for a
So
second.
there was Man of Medan. There was the
That was
second
decent.
one that I'm thinking of. Yeah, Man of Medan was good. House of Ashes was good. The fourth one was pretty decent.
The one on the ghost ship, I didn't really care for it.
No, that was Man of Medan.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that was.
That was the first one. It went Man of Medan.
Little Hope was
I'm
the second
blanking on
one.
The second one.
Little
Little
Hope.
Hope. Yeah, that one was like comically bad,
And
but in kind of a fun way.
didn't play Switchback VR for obvious reasons, and and Directive 8020 is apparently that. And then I tried a free trial of the Judgment of Frank Stone, I think it was called. Something.
Oh, that was the thing that takes place in the
Dead by Daylight, yeah.
Dead by Daylight universe. Yeah.
I don't really like the idea of that universe. I just something about like being killed and repeatedly being abused over and over again doesn't appeal to someone like me who has been dehumanized and felt like I didn't have much of a way out of that.
Yeah.
So, that and I was terrible at Dead by Daylight, but it basically almost no matter what you choose, it turns out pretty terrible for almost everybody. So I was just like, I don't really want this kind of nihilistic game. The Judgment of Frank Stone, right? If I don't remember it, then that's probably, the casting of Frank Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like bringing the. Basically, now this entire planet was taken over by the entity. So there's an entire version of Earth where everybody is trapped in Dead by Daylight, and that's punishment enough. But well, okay. So when do you think you might be free next week? Because Thursday is when my parents are out again. But any
let me
day could
check.
work as long as I give them sufficient notice.
Yeah, let me check my work schedule real quick because I have it through the next week and a half.
Make up rewards. Okay.
Oh, by the way, so I'm going to be watching the Summer Game Fest thing tomorrow night on like a delay because I'm going to be out of town till like late at night.
Oh.
So I'll probably have my phone on like Do Not Disturb so I don't get spoilers, but
Okay.
if you
Yeah.
text me, I probably won't look at it till way later. 'Cause I
That's
wanna
fair.
At least watch the show.
Well, thanks for reminding me. That's
know,
when the show
live
kicks
on
off.
a tape delay. Yeah.
I'll be streaming the
Um,
Xbox game showcase on Sunday because that's the only day I can do it. But I'll be listening in the
Yeah.
background for as much as I can. Yeah.
So I'm off. I could do Tuesday or Wednesday probably.
Okay.
Those
Yeah.
would be my available days next week.
I'll let them know. Yeah. So, thoughts on Marathon and co-op?
I liked it honestly. Like I wasn't too like invested in the. I was kind of just bringing in what I had and being okay with losing it. I think I
Yeah.
just need to do more of the actual like. Because when we were playing, I was mostly just following our third player who seemed to be doing just their mission, and I think in some cases they were a little further ahead, where like they were doing stuff that didn't, I hadn't really been introduced to yet. So I think if I just like play on my own a couple missions, because there is like the story missions that are tutorializing stuff and leading you towards something. So I think I'm at least gonna try a few of those, because I was like the 2 runs I did went flawlessly. I think I just need to like have a couple solo runs where I can kind of just stealth around and do it the way I had been. Just get used to it
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. Speaking of getting used to things more, I had been a little bit clunky at the beginning with the Pragmata PC demo. Probably because the frame rate was inconsistent as well, but on Xbox it really sings.
Okay.
I mean, definitely wait for a sale with the price of the game being what it is, but I cashed out $25 worth of rewards points, so that felt pretty good to me.
Yeah, I've got like $50 in rewards points, so I could get something. It's just like I'm waiting for stuff that I'm like
Really wanting. Yeah, totally. Understandable. Probably, if I were you, I'd reorder Stuntman Hollywood with that. But
Yeah, I might.
But Pragmata, like the relationships, cool. I mean, it's the emotional core of the game. Obviously, you gotta have that Dad of War style thing going, or Last of Us with. But like, poor Diana's legs must be so cold. She needs longer pants. Anyway, and then like, okay, so the combat is interesting. You get specific weapons that have limited ammo, but then your pistol has unlimited ammo, and the hacking minigame feels a lot more fluid now on Xbox.
Okay.
It's very interesting to be fighting the enemies, but the exploration is where things have really sunned for me, because I'm like, okay, how do I get up here? And then having plenty of aha moments when I do. So far the story is intriguing. I mean, it seems like just a generic robot uprising on the moon, but a fun robot uprising on the moon nonetheless. So, yeah, I'm really enjoying this game. I'm glad I bought it. Honestly, this has been a stuffed year for games already, and I cannot wait for more announcements from Gamer Christmas. And we'll be sure to tell you about them on Sunday Redemption Sailing. Thanks for sailing with your bi-weekly-ish voyage for BS3 Gaming News. You have a good one.
All right, see ya.
Bye-bye.